What is up, guys? What is up? Welcome back to Silver Surfer's channel. Got something super special today to share with you guys here, and another portion of my collecting habits, if you would. And so what you see in front of you is a Trick Dog mechanical bank. This is a authentic cast iron mechanical bank. And let's talk a little bit about these guys here and what they are in general. So some history on mechanical banks. They started shortly after the Civil War in the 1860s was the first issuance of creation of mechanical banks, I should say. And they were designed as a actual wooden type of thing, which they had like chest of drawers. And you put a coin in and then it would fall in essentially to the chest of drawer and go from there. And so that was kind of the first design portion of mechanical banks. And then the golden era, we call it, of mechanical banks in general was from the essentially 1880s into about the 1930s. So during that time, there was about 3 different companies that created mechanical banks, as well as still banks, which have no movement. Mechanical banks obviously have a movement. And one of those companies was the Shepard Hardware Company, which is what you see in front of you. This guy right here, this was created by them. The other one was the J&E Stevens Company, and the last was Kaiser and Rex. The Shepard Hardware Company, fascinating enough, was only in service for, I believe, 10 years, the late 1800s into the 1890s, and then they were bought out essentially by the J&E Stevens Company, which continued on making mechanical banks for a number of years after. But this one, and so they made a original total of 15, I believe, mechanical banks, the Shepard Company. This one is the Trick Dog. You guys might have seen a lot of, this is a very popular bank. You guys have maybe seen this in the past. It is missing the coin trap there on the bottom. And you see the patent date there. Pretty cool, man. July 31st, 1880. I mean, this thing's over 100 and something years old here. Pretty fascinating. But anyways, they've done a lot of reproductions and stuff of this bank in the past. I'm just going to kind of swing it around here and give you guys a full view. Has a little opening here that you can pull out. Here's the back of the jester and the dog, so on and so forth. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful when you buy mechanical banks in general. If you want originals, there's a ton of fake, not fake, but they're just reproductions. I'm going to give you guys some tips right now on determination of real or original versus reproduction. One of those would be the type of cast. And so if you look, closely, like look at this barrel here. You see where there's paint chipping and stuff along the line. I mean, this thing is, like I said, 100 plus years old. And if the paint looks too good, it probably is, okay? The other thing is the cast iron will show up as very crude, and it's a lot heavier too, the more modern the more modern reproduction type of cast iron is a lot more crude and heavy and stuff along those lines. Another big red flag would be anytime there's a screw in the bank. If it's a Phillips head screw, 100% it's a modern day reproduction. They didn't have Phillips screws until quite some time ago, and so that's another way. You can see here on look at the back of the jester. There's a flathead right there as well. So that's another telltale, and then there's another one kind of up in the mechanism right there that you can see where the dog is. Another telltale sign. And then lastly would be the casting in general. And you can kind of see on the top of the jester here where it connects the 2 pieces. That is not tight. It will be as it is right here. This is very, very connected tightly, as opposed to, and look at the dog, you can see the split between the dog, very, very tight. On the modern day reproductions, they won't have those either. They'll be like super kind of open, if you would, and the connections won't be nice and tight. So that's another way you can tell. But anyway, Shepard Hardware Company, beautiful mechanical bank. These were remade again as kind of an original by the Hubley Company later on. They're a little bit cheaper, but I prefer these ones. And so to operate the action, there's a little lever right here on this side. And basically what you do is, we'll give you a little demonstration, right? Should we use a quarter? We'll use a quarter. So you put the little quarter in the dog's mouth here, and then this is probably the point you guys have been waiting for all day long, right? and then you push the lever and he goes like that. I mean, how cool is that? It's just, and so since I don't have the coin trap, obviously it's gonna come out the bottom there. But I mean, to be able to design this, and these are all done by hand. These are poured by hand, molded. The molded cast was poured by hand, designed. Obviously, you know, there was no computers or anything like that back in the day. And each little piece has, you know, spring loaded, and it's just fascinating to me to see these things work perfectly every single time. I mean, we'll give you another little demonstration here. Put that thing in its mouth. Here goes a penny, and off we go. So pretty cool indeed, guys. And you can see here, we'll get a little close up. It goes into the barrel there. All original, super rad, man. I love this thing. So yeah, that's that. I got this from an antique dealer. There's a lot of folks out there that sell, like I said, reproductions and so on and so forth. There's some good auction houses out there if you guys are interested in these. Bertoya Auctions, RSL, Cyber Toys, Morphe's, etc. If you're interested in getting any of these types of things here. But anyways, that's what I got for you guys. The Shepard Hardware Company, Trick Dog. If you like it, go ahead and give me a like. If you collect these types of things or find them interesting, go ahead and subscribe if you don't mind. And leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. Until next time, Silver Surfer is out.